Sarandonga, Sarandonga, mañana domingo, Sarandonga.
My name is Dalia and I'm the Consumer Insight Director at Gnosis, and we are here at Vitafoods in Barcelona. At Gnosis, our focus on consumer insights is driven by both a market shift and our company philosophy. Women's health is one of the fastest growing areas in our industry, yet it had been historically underserved and for a very long time addressed in a fragmented way. And at the same time, expectations are evolving and women are looking and engaging with their health in a more active way. They are also looking and expecting solutions that are not only effective, but that are relevant to their needs. And this is where our Think Like Nature philosophy comes in. At Gnosis, we recognize that health, like nature itself, is constantly sensing, adapting, and evolving. And this is how we approach women's health. By translating this dynamic and empathetic understanding into science-backed solutions to help raise the standard of human health. So we have conducted explorative in-depth interviews with 90 women in the US, France, and China. Ages were ranging between 25 and over 70. And our objective of this research was to uncover the health and wellness from their perspective. And what we see is a clear progression of how women define health. So in early adulthood, health is about vitality. It's the energy to build, to perform, and to manage their different responsibilities. While in midlife, health becomes more about endurance. It's about how to adapt, sustain, and keep going despite a body that becomes less negotiable. And later in life, it becomes or it shifts into autonomy and preserving independence. These shifts do not happen in isolation. They overlap, they evolve, and build over time, often long before a life stage is formally recognized. And what this tells us is that solutions need to move to a more continuous and more human-centric approach. One of the key findings of our research is that women tend at first to normalize the early health changes. And they place them into different contexts, like stress, a busy lifestyle, or aging. Yeah, and they continue managing their routines and responsibilities. But this does not mean that they are reactive or they are passive, because in many cases, they are observing, researching, and adjusting their habits. And once these health challenges become a pattern, this is when women shift from normalization to action. And what we see is a clear, layered decision-making process. It starts digitally, where the discovery and awareness happens, when women start resonating with content that reflects their real and lived experience. And then validation happens when they talk to peers or a close network. And then reassurance remains strongly connected to healthcare professionals. So, and what consistently builds trust is clarity and science-backed solutions that are explained in a way that is clear and realistic. One of the key takeaways from our research is that it's not only about formulation, it is about relevance as well. What we see is a clear opportunity to move towards solutions that reflect how actually women experience health as interconnected needs, not as separate concerns or isolated moments. And this is what will lead to ultimately having more meaningful and relevant solutions. At the same time, how a solution is used is as important as its efficacy. Because even the best solution cannot work if it is not fully integrated into daily life and easily adopted, remembered, and sustained in terms of formats and simplicity. And finally, communication matters because it builds trust. Women respond to communication that is clear and direct, but most importantly, they respond to communication that is empathetic and that resonates with their lived experience. What stayed with me the most is the resilience and the intelligence that women demonstrate when managing both their life and their health. They are adjusting, continuously taking decisions, and balancing their multiple responsibilities while managing their health and continuously redefining it. So they observe patterns, they seek clarity, and they choose solutions that are aligned with who they are becoming. Because health for them is not static. Health evolves. It evolves with their identity, with their ambition, with their emotions, and of course, with their biology as well. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit our website.